Hi, it's Chris from Business to Traders, and I thought I'd do a video for traders on Chatgpt. Chatgpt is all the rage. It's a AI system, and pretty much you can use it for any part of your life or business. If you want it to write a marketing script, you can get it to write a marketing script. But I thought, how about I just do a video specifically for traders and how it can help you in all aspects of trading. So, without further ado, let's get going. Now, I've done some pre-questions because ChatGPT at the moment is really, really popular, and it sometimes can be a little bit slow. But it's a free service at the moment, so just bear with us when you're using it, that is. Right, so we're going to start by asking a question, and we're going to see what it says. So the first question I asked is, for the S&P 500, what is Citadel's trading strategy? Thinking, hey, can you get any inside knowledge? And obviously, there's certain things and certain limitations of ChatGPT. It's not a miracle worker. Can't see inside people's businesses and tell you their secrets. But what it can do is help you massively in your trading. So obviously, I asked it what is Citadel's trading strategy, and it actually said it didn't know and that it's not publicly disclosed and it's proprietary. So then I went on to say, right, well, hey, as a trader, what is the best backtesting trading strategy for the S&P 500? Again, it answered with a broad answer. There's no one best backtesting strategy, but it did come up with key factors. It came up with trend following. This strategy involves identifying trends in the market. Now, for a brand new trader that's never traded before, this is going to really help because it's telling you the basics of trading strategies. We've got mean reversion. It then explains what mean reversion is, i.e., if we pop up and the average, say for instance, the average price of it going up is at 100 and we pop up to 110 and the bands are between 110 and 90, then we're going to mean revert back to 100. Quite a good explanation, I thought. Momentum. This involves buying assets that have recently performed well and selling those that have performed poorly. So we're getting on the train, basically. What we're saying there is if we're already going, let's get on the train and then capture a bit of that profit. So historically, on average, does the S&P 500 go down in January? So I asked it a seasonal question because as traders, not only do we need to know about the technical side of things, we also do need to know about how the market works and how it flows. The stock market, including the S&P 500, historically tended to experience a downturn at the beginning of the year, known as the January effect. Now, this is what I was looking for. However, it's worth noting that the stock market is inherently unpredictable and past performance is not always indicative of future results. Again, I was looking for that from a point of view of this, it's not always going to be perfect with the answers that we're looking at. So now, obviously, it then goes on to say it's worth noting that certain factors can affect the stock market at any given time, i.e. a geopolitical event, among others, and that will potentially affect how the market goes. So then I thought, right, how clever is this? And we're going to delve more deep into this from a point of view of what we can do. And can we create scripts? Now, we're Sierra Chart users. Sierra Charts is one of the most advanced trading systems in the world and charting systems. It probably is. I mean, I'm biased and I'd say it is the best, right? I use it and a number of traders, professional traders that I know do use it as well. So I asked it, could it create a script for a moving average crossover in Sierra Charts using their study language? And this is what it generated. Now, I did cut and paste this across into Sierra Charts, and there were two attempts that we did doing this. We cut and paste it as it is, right, which as you can see actually looks very different to the code that we do. So the actual syntax is very, very different. And guess what? It didn't actually work. In fact, if I just jump to Sierra Charts and just show you, Here we go, build DLL. There you go. We got that on. We got a number of issues. So, but a point to note on this, it did actually get the overall functionality correct, i.e., the structure of how you would do this in Sierra Charts, i.e., here. So it's obviously brand new software. And I think what you've got to take into account is it's not going to be perfect to start with. But Microsoft are putting 10 billion into this, and they're looking to replace Bing. So this is going to be big, and it's going to be amazing. Now, I think it's already amazing because at the end of the day, it does answer questions really, really well for new traders and for experienced traders alike. So obviously, as you can see, that didn't work. That's not a major issue, as I see it. But now we're just going to go into, hey, I'm a new trader. I want to ask certain questions of what does it mean? I.e., what does RTH mean? Well, RTH stands for regular trading hours, and it typically refers to the trading time of the stock exchange. And then it goes down even to say the stock exchange is between 9:30 and 4 p.m. Eastern time. So that you pretty much can't get a better answer than that. I'm pretty impressed with that. Okay, so we ask, right, we're a brand new trader. In trading, is a bid, a buy, or a sell? Again, it answers it really, really well. In trading, a bid is a price at which a buyer is willing to purchase a security. It's the opposite of the ask, which is the price of which the seller is willing to sell the security. This is just pretty amazing stuff. Going further down, asking these questions, what is termed the smart money concept? There's a lot of stuff on YouTube about smart money and how we should all be following smart money and we should be doing what smart money is doing. So I asked Chatgpt, what is smart money? What is meant by concepts? Smart money refers to the idea of certain market participants, such as hedge funds like Citadel, big institutional traders, and they have access to information and resources that give them the advantages over normal traders. The concept that these smart money traders tend to make profitable trades, while dumb money, i.e., the likes of us, retail traders, tend to lose money. We provide the liquidity for the smart money. The idea is that following the trades of the smart money, traders can improve their performance. So it answers it in a very broad answer, but it answers it pretty well. So moving on. So you got to be specific when you're asking ChatGPT stuff. And this is an example. What is meant by trail to break even term in trading? Well, break even refers to a point at which the revenue from a venture or investment equals the cost associated with the venture. Technically, that's correct in the sense that break even means that basically we're flat. But what I wanted is a more detailed answer about break even. In trading, the break even point is the point at which the total cost of the trade is equal to the total revenue from the trade. This point is reached when the price of the asset being traded reaches the level at which the trader's costs have been fully covered, and any subsequent price movements result in profit. A break-even trail in trading refers to a technique where a trader adjusts a stop order to the break-even point as the trade progresses in order to protect their profits while the trade is still open. This way, even if the trade doesn't go as expected, the trader won't lose money and profits are locked in. And that's the answer I was looking for. So again, as a brand new trader, if you get if you're listening to a YouTube video, or you're listening to some training, or you're reading a book and you don't know actually what it means, or it doesn't explain it well, just jump on ChatGPT and ask the question. So we go a little bit further into trading and say, right, okay, I want you to actually code. How to identify a wash in TradingView via PineScript. Now, just to let you know what a wash is, literally, and I'll just jump on a screen over here. We'll just bring up a brand new chart just to show you on Apple. Right. As we shoot down, and let's just see if we can see a wash at any point. Right. Okie dokie. What time frame are we on here? Right, we're on a 1 minute. Right, so just a fast shoot down and then going back up. That is effectively classed there as a wash, up and then back up. Sorry, down and then back up. Right, so I was wanting to see if we could actually identify these washes, right? Because inherently what happens after a wash, it then goes your way. So obviously, if, say, for instance, you did, say, for instance, buy there, and then it went straight down, and then obviously, as you can see, it's gone up. How do we actually identify the washes so that we could be entering here rather than here, so to speak? So that was my idea behind this. Now, obviously, I tried to do this in Sierra Charts earlier on. Obviously, saw it didn't quite work because Sierra Charts is based on C++, and it's got its own syntax. It's different to C++, as in C++, but it is a variant of C++. So I thought, right, let's try it in PineScript. Let's see what it actually says for this. So in training view in PineScript, a wash can be identified by looking for a specific pattern, price, and volume data. One way to do this is to use the crossover function to check for a crossover and moving average of the volume and the volume itself. It's the moving average crosses below the volume. It may indicate a wash. So effectively what we're doing there is we're using a fast moving average and a slow moving average. And obviously the fast moving average is going to cross quickly over the slow moving average, and potentially you can use that. So obviously then you can use these functions strategy edge and strategy entry. Now, that doesn't really give you a full script, but it does give you ideas as to how to start it. And then you can actually ask ChatGPT to go a little bit further. But what I then thought, right, well, let's see if ChatGPT understands volume price analysis. Now, obviously, volume price analysis is very, very important from a point of view of trading. So obviously, if we jump across to this chart as an example, you can see it on mine, and I'm just going to get rid of that particular chart because we don't need it anymore. You can see there we have the volume profile. So we can quickly identify where the trades are actually happening. So obviously, I'm just going to show you just a little bit more detail. Let's just jump to a proper volume profile. Right, so here you can see basically this is volume price analysis in Sierra Charts that we do. And you can see there we have low volume nodes here. And basically what you tend to find is when you have high volume, price will and trading will be to and from both ways. So it's two-way directional trading. Problem is you trade there, you don't know whether it's going up, you don't know whether it's going down, and you get stuck in the chop. And that's how retail traders get stuck. Now, obviously, say for instance, if you pick a point here on the chart where it's low, then potentially that's a point where you're going to get a reaction and price is going to actually bounce off that and then shoot through it potentially. And then potentially that's a good point to actually be entering a trade. So that's my thinking behind it. So then let's see what ChatGPT came up with. Right, so volume. The first thing you need to look for is the volume of the security. High volume can indicate strong buying or selling pressure, while low volume can indicate a lack of interest. Volumetric bars, some traders look at the relationship between volume and price. This is known as volumetric bars. This can be used to identify patterns like accumulation and distribution, which can indicate whether or not the market is bullish or bearish. Volume spikes, sudden and large increases in volume can indicate a significant change in market sentiment. Volume at price, this is the total volume of a security at a specific price level. High volume at price at a specific can indicate a strong resistance or support at that level. Volume profile, this is a graphical representation of volume at different price levels. That's just what I've just showed you. Can help identify areas of support and resistance as well as potential price targets. So, and then on balanced volume, this is the running total of volume, which is calculated by adding the volume of the on-up days and subtracting the down days. So otherwise known as a potential delta. Obviously, you can do that on a particular, say for instance, on a 5-minute chart or a tick chart. So it doesn't necessarily have to be on a daily basis. So it's pretty much covered a broad spectrum, but then you'd have to delve deeper into that to see how potentially you could use that. But again, how do I identify order blocks? Order blocks are known as volume clusters or points of control, right? So I was looking for this, and that's the answer that I was looking for. Are areas of this on the stock chart where there's a large number of trades executed at a specific price, right? So I'm just going to jump to the chart to show you what it's saying textually, right? But as an example, that is a point of control. So that's where the most amount of trades were done, right? And then that's a point of control, most of our trades highlighted on our charts by pink. So, and then on the numbers charts, we highlight it with a square here on each bar, so we know exactly where the point of control is. So obviously the idea there is basically we can see whether or not point of control is moving up or point of control is moving down. So again, let's see what Chatgpt says. So volume clusters, this study will help you identify the clusters of volume at a specific price. And again, it's relating to TradingView, but not zero charts. So it's a pretty good answer, and it's going to help you on the way. It's not going to 100% help you, but it does help you get going and gets you giving you ideas. Now, here we go. Write me a TradingView script to identify swings and identify if they're bearish or bullish. So obviously, what we're trying to do here is basically identify whether the market is bearish or bullish. So let's see by cutting and copying that across to TradingView what actually happened. Right, so I cut and copied it just as is, right, compiled it, and we did get some errors. Now, it's beyond the scope of this video, and I'm going to do specific videos on how to write scripts in ChatGPT and then amend them to work perfectly, actually in different in TradingView and in Sierra charts. But you can see pretty much that there's not a lot really that you need to change to basically get it working. I think it's just basically potentially old versions of functions that's caused this. So, but moving on, right? So literally, not quite there again on the TradingView script stuff, but I think at the end of the day, it does. There is a bit of a caveat that basically it's not going to quite work without potential modifications. A few people have said that, right? But still, think about this as in you're stuck and you want to get an answer answered. So what's standard deviation, right? Well, if you're a non-trader coming to it, you might not have a clue. Standard deviation is short for standard def, as I'd even put in that because that's how it's referred to in trading, and it automatically worked out that standard deviation is a measure of spread of dispensation of set of data. It's calculated as a square root of the variance of the data set, so it says exactly what it's doing, right? And then I've gone on to ask, well, okay, how can standard deviation actually help me within trading? Standard deviation can be used to help you set up trading targets in a couple of ways. One is to use standard deviation as a set target price for an investment on the volatility of investment. For example, if a stock has a high standard deviation, it may be more volatile than a stock with a lower deviation. So again, it can help you pick stocks, right? Another way that standard deviation can be used is by using it to determine the probability of that investment will reach a certain price. So again, this can be very, very useful. Now, when you're thinking standard deviations, most traders will think Bollinger Bands. So let me just see. It doesn't actually it doesn't highlight about Bollinger Bands. So that's just a point to note. So you'd have to ask the question as for example, how can How can Bollinger Bands be used in trading? Let's see. So we do it live. See what it says. So it is right. It's very popular. The bands consist of simple moving averages in the middle, and then standard deviations away from the simple moving average. Tends to be 2. Basic idea behind that is that price tends to move back to the mean. So it's giving you a few ideas on how to trade. Again, as a brand new trader, this is great because it's like, well, okay, how do I create a trading strategy? So you can identify overbought and oversold conditions, right? If a price moves outside the upper band, it's considered overbought. It even explains what overbought means, right? It then goes on to say about breakouts. It then goes on to say about using it for volatility, right? It then goes on to say about moving it for using it for just alarms going off there. Moving average crossovers. So it's pretty damn good what it gives you. Now, going on and asking a few more obscure questions, as an example, vertical horizontal filter trading setting for intraday trading. So I'm asking a pretty specific technical question, right? In trading, and it also goes on to say what it is. So if we just briefly look at this, in trading, a vertical filter is a technical analysis tool that helps traders identify the strength and direction of a trend. A vertical filter is created by plotting 2 moving averages on a chart, with one moving average representing a shorter time frame and the other a longer time frame. The distance between the 2 moving averages is used to gauge the strength of the trend. When the shorter moving average is above the longer moving average, it suggests that the trend is up. When the shorter moving average is below, it suggests it's down. So it goes into quite some detail. So it's covered the vertical filter. Then it goes on to say what a horizontal filter. Horizontal filter is a technical analysis tool that helps identify support and resistance. So literally what we're looking there is lines across the chart at swing highs and swing lows. Again, it actually says this and it identifies and describes this. So it's very good. Now, I then go on to say, hey, is a MACD a vertical horizontal filter? So I'm then asking a little bit more detailed to see what it says. It goes on to tell us what it is. The moving average, convergence and divergence indicator is a technical indicator commonly used to identify trends and trend strength. It is not a vertical or horizontal filter, but rather a trend following momentum indicator. So that's kind of what I was basically looking for as an answer. So to basically see whether or not it knew basically, because this is similar sort of stuff, i.e. moving averages, and this is used for a different kind of identifying a different part of trading. So then I go on to say, give me an example of a vertical horizontal trading strategy in TradingView. So again, it delves down and says exactly what you need to do. So this is really, really, really good. So now I think we've covered a lot about what trading can do, what you can do for trading and how it can help you with terms. What about if you're actually someone like me who's a trader and got a community and wants to build up their business? So I asked ChatGPT. Now, bear in mind, we do also have a marketing background. I've run a number of businesses, and both in property and software, and now just concentrating purely on writing trading systems. So I said, right, okay, I want to write a 5-minute perfect webinar based on ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is a software that you can use to create sales funnels, to create marketing funnels, to bring customers to your website for a trading room service. And lo and behold, it it answered it, but not quite as I expected. It answered it from my point of view, as in what ClickFunnels can do for me. And I was looking more from a point of view of writing a marketing script. So I then reworded it. Write me a 5-minute perfect webinar for a trading room service. So it said, determine your marketing audience, choose your platform, set up your pricing, promote your service, and monitor and optimize. Now, this is where you just need to be a little bit more specific. It wasn't quite what I was expecting. But then when I went on to say, right, write a marketing bullet point, for instance, being really specific, we're transparent with our results. At Company X, Company of Business Traders, we pride ourselves on being transparent with our results. We believe in being upfront and honest about our outcomes of our marketing campaigns. Our clients can trust that what we'll always know exactly what is happening with their marketing efforts. We provide regular updates and reports so that our clients can see the progress and success of their campaigns. It is pretty damn good for what I've actually asked it to do. Now, and then what you can do is then say rewrite with trading results. So then you can say about, we believe we're being upfront and honest about the outcomes of our trades. And we can say that the clients can see exactly how they're performing. So it is actually very, very good. Now, moving on a little bit more, I say write me a marketing features and bullets for an automated trading system. So obviously at the moment we are writing an automated trading system. Ultimately at the moment we're on screen share and we just show the signals as they are and as they come up, but ultimately we're going to put it into an app. So obviously this is planning a little bit down the road. So, but again, this is amazing because obviously this can help everyone who has an angle of marketing within their job description. Now, obviously, I'm thinking purely for traders here. Automated trading system eliminates the need for manual trading and eliminates human emotion from trading process. So it's already identified the emotional element of trading. System can trade 24/7. Well, again, it's already identified why algorithms are actually better than people, right? It can identify market conditions faster than people. Again, this is just on a different level because this would have taken me ages to write, to think about. This literally took me as long as writing that sentence to come up with this. So then we can put versus human. Now, again, this is something that Google can't do because basically, in a nutshell, you just write one prompt for Google. This realizes what you're talking about and then filters it down. So obviously, then you can see that it's from a human element. Then you can see there, for instance, I then say about for a friend that we're a friendly community. Our community is made up of friendly, helpful traders who are happy to share their knowledge and experience with us. Again, it's something I was looking for. And then we were saying, hey, well, what are the benefits of having a membership area? Again, that's what I was looking for. Our membership area offers exclusive access to premium content and resources. Every single one of these bullet points is relevant to our business. And it's absolutely amazing if you think about it that basically a bot has come up with this, and we're writing a bot for trading to automate trading. So I'm just blown away with it. I mean, if you look here, what is algorithmic trading? So then we're basically saying from a marketing bullet point of view, explain to our customer what it is. Algorithmic trading allows for trades to be executed faster and more precisely than manual trading, potentially leading to better trade execution and improved results. So again, it goes into the explanation as to what makes algorithmic, what is algorithmic trading. Then we go to say what makes algorithmic trading better. Speed. Algorithmic trading systems can execute trades faster, as we've said. Accuracy. Can analyze the market conditions and execute trades. And there's no emotion. Again, I was looking for that element. And then I'm like looking for basics on how to write stuff from a point of view of writing help files again. This is time consuming, folks, right? If you're going to have an online community and you need to do this, then come to Chatgpt because the basics are the basics, i.e. how do I access an online community? Well, obviously you're going to need a login and you're going to need basically steps to to enter that community via standard stuff. I've actually put there, for instance, answer Zoom, right? So obviously here it said sign up for a membership account. Once completed, you will have access details to our screen share. Click on the trading room tab and you'll enter the virtual trading room. It puts it all in really professional marketing speak, right? We then go on to say about, okay, what about putting in about cancelling at any time? So again, it goes into detail. You can cancel at any time if you decide that our membership is not right for you. Simply contact our customer support to request a cancellation. It's all standard stuff. You can use this if you were doing a shoe website. You could do this if you were doing, well, not obviously, you wouldn't actually want to cancel shoes. Actually, that's a bit of a daft one. For instance, a membership one, right? So if you wanted to cancel at any time a membership one, then this would be great for you. So then it goes on to say about frequently asked questions. Again, this is time consuming to create, and you could create this in a click of a finger. So now enough about the marketing side, because obviously that's not going to be for everyone, but it is just literally, I just thought I'd go through every aspect that can help a trader, because obviously what you tend to find is new traders, they start out and then those that become successful do want to create a following and then create a community. So obviously, I hope this video has been of help. And if it has, press the like button for us and also press the subscribe button. And also comment down below as to what experience you've had within trading AI and how AI has actually helped you, because I will do more videos on this. And if you've got any suggestions, that would be absolutely superb. Okay, this is me clocking off. I'm gonna get ready for the market open in the afternoon for trading the S&P. Bye for now, and thanks for watching.